through, sort out my comic books and other shit, so I figured why not. I have an hour or so, why not I get started on the game. So let's get started on what's going on with episode 5. We are now on the final episode of this game. And it's funny because I was actually looking up this game, and supposedly it is a prequel to the Fables books, which I think is actually really cool. And also I could see the coincidence because the books leave off or start out with Snow actually being mayor, so it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense to where the story's going to go and how it's built. But anyway, so let's get to episode 5, and we are now at the conclusion of the game. So let's go see. Let's see what we got to do with the Crooked Man, because we left off where we sit down and talk with this whole gang in the room.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Not if I can avoid it.
Holly's sister, Lily.
I just don't know what Bigby's doing. If he cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
Send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss. You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently.
There's Jersey, holding his gun.
Please, Sheriff. Relax for a moment, will you?
Then there's Vivian.
Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
Got a scotch?
Only Tennessee whiskey, unfortunately. What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. so don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery, kidnapping, extortion, murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man, well-moneyed. People do like to take their shots at me.
Who would try to pull that on you?
Oh, I don't know. Fables with a grudge. People who want a stake in my shops and services. But I can understand the confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
An unfortunate bit of business? You're gonna tell me right now who killed him?
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm the law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
Or what? You gonna kill me too? Well, go ahead. You think I give a shit anymore? After what you did?
That's enough. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what? You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
you told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just gonna let him do this?
They got no choice. They work for him.
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
Get the fuck out of here.
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
I already told you. I'm taking both of you in, so let's go.
This could have gone so well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
over here.
Sometimes they're really rough. Oh shit. Oh, opens a portal.
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Got him! Now!
Ah, damn it! Just trying to press the button while fucking doing it. I accidentally pressed the PlayStation button. Alright, now it's him.
This way.
I think we're gonna kill him this time. I like his noise. He goes. Sounds like a frickin' horse. And off we go inside the portal.
Come on, Archie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Oh, he got shot. Yep. All you had to do was just tap it. Unlike the other ones you had to freaking mash them. Sight of them. Maybe not. There they are.
Fuck! What was that?
We're on top of the car. And there's the Crooked Man.
Send him off!
I can't.
It's hard to mash these buttons. They make it so hard to do it. And they got away.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
You really want to kill us?
Not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Fuck it.
He knows has to change into something. Huh. He just puts on his normal regular clothes. It's the same clothes he wears. That's actually pretty funny. Pretty much nothing. All there is marks of blood that's coming through the car all the way into the bar. And then there's just cracks of glass that we did when we were trying to get them. So that's all there really is. Alright, let's go inside the bar. Bar, club, it's basically the same thing.
Come on. We can't stay here.
All right, let's go find the the couple.
How did this
Let's
happen,
look.
Georgie? How did it get this?
Fuck. Well, it won't be your fault. Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Oh, Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What? He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then? You fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die... Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
How could you do this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
I'm not playing this game, Georgie. I won't kill her.
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no! Fuck!
Yep.
No!
Yep. That's what happened to her.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Damn it!
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just... Oh!
But yeah, guys, that's the secret to what happened to all the ribbons, on why the girls wore them. And as a result, that's what happens.
Oh, fuck!
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby.
Jeez.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, alright?
He's gonna have it worse. Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metal Works. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right?
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right. We both know how this ends. Just make it quick. What? You're just gonna leave me here?
I'll send someone for your body. Both of you.
Fuck you!
Well, you do kind of deserve it. I mean, you were involved with the fucking Crooked Man, you idiot. I just can't believe Vivian's dead. I would have liked it if frickin' what's his name, Georgie, to get the silent treatment. At least that's resolved. Alright, on to the river. That's where we're gonna find Bloody Mary, because Bloody Mary's waiting for us over there. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's supposed to be a factory or something. I think it's like they work on metal and stuff. And more graffiti. Oh my god, there's graffiti out the wazoo at this place. Cause like I said, I've seen it worse. I've seen it at like bus stops, and they're freaking worse.
Of course.
Oh, I forgot we had to mash this. Let's open this door.
Bigby Wolf.
There's Bloody Mary.
The big bad wolf.
Alright, let's go kick her ass.
You used to be something.
Huh. It has all his files. That's pretty weird. Then these must be all the pictures. God, I'm surprised they actually have all the pictures of some of the events. Like here's Bigby in snow, and then here's Bigby again, covered in blood. That must have been where we were at the pawn shop. And then that's all the girls. You have Lily, you have Nerissa, and then you have Faith. These three girls. There's Snow and Holly. I bet you it's probably them at the business office, like right when they're going in. They're going to see the body. And then there's us helping help Faith. And then there's Faith and Nerissa. I bet you they were arguing. And then that was the last scene that we had with Faith, where she whispered something in our ear. And that was it. That was the last time we saw her. But jeez, they really like to spy on us now, don't they?
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Wonder what that wheel is supposed to be for. Jeez. Looks pretty damn deathly, I'll tell you that much. Let's go in here. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I'm supposed to move this around in order for him to walk. And then there's the workbench. It's kind of weird that they have their own little tool things. That's probably where they make all the silver bullets. Oh shit! She sneaked up behind us.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you've made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Holy shit, that's a little rough.
Oh, come on! Is that the best you can do?
Bam. Does that answer your question? And she's gone. It's right up there. We gotta be careful not to fall on this. And actually, this area we're gonna see Bigby's like big form. Oh shit! Oh, one sec, folks. I gotta get the phone. Sorry about that. Supposedly it wasn't for me, it was something for one of my parents. Alright. Let's go back to the game. Sorry for the interruption. Let's keep going. Even when I pressed the button. I know I missed that one.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Holy shit. That is Bloody Mary's true form. And it's fucking scary as hell. Filled with glass. Oh my god. She's caught up with fucking glass. They don't call her Bloody Mary for nothing. Holy shit. They always make it hard. I don't know why they do that. Made it freaking hard to mash the button. Jeez. Yeah, we're gonna be facing dozens of them. See his actual form. Come on. That is one big ass breath. Yep, there's only one left. Oh, we're not letting her get away. Oh, I see what she's gonna do. She's gonna take that glass and she's gonna do it on him. Oh, he didn't get him. Yep. We just killed dozens of Bloody Mary. With his regular form. Now he's back to human form. Shit. I can see why they fear him. And he leaves his clothes there. Now the moment all been waiting for. Time to get the Crooked Man.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially... I won't miss next time.
Oh yeah?
Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You
oh yeah?
will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
A precaution? It's
I'm
still...
no murderer, Mr. Wolf.
It still
Kill
works.
Those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about protecting Fabletown. Some asshole murders 2 of our people. It's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such
Yeah.
a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Yep, because that asshole deserves it. Conniving little shit.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Yep, we brought him.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours.
It's nothing, I'm fine.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm so surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister!
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off?
Poor girl.
You think you have the right to
And what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? You should be...
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing.
Told you killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
I already took care of Georgie, so drop it.
What do you mean you took care of him?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you did.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government, and most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
ground.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right,
let's get on
but
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all in line.
You forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true? Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Surprised the Butcher and Auntie Greenleaf are right next to them. And he's
Very
clapping.
good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
knew.
course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
Well, by that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder, since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
That don't make him a murderer. What happened with Tweedledum wasn't Snow's fault. If y'all want to blame someone, blame me. She had nothing to do with it.
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it internally.
Where have I heard that before? How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's a lie right there.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right. Oh, please. This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I know...
The laws apply when we need them.
Bluebeard, please.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to me.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has... Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you? Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
What's she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know what
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
Don't worry. He's gonna pay for it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
There will be more if he isn't stopped.
I don't get
So we get rid of him.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision. Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Look, Snow should decide what we do with her. She's gonna be the deputy mayor.
But
so...
she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really.
He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine. Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
Now you're dead, asshole.
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep. Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still...
End it already.
You're going to miss me.
And down he goes.
I won't.
See ya, asshole. He's dead.
For Lily. And Faith.
Yes. Another one of us to erase from the books.
Yeah, he deserved it. He did a lot of shit to this town. I'm surprised that she was defending him. I don't know why. Like, he pulled a lot of shit. And that's unforgivable. Let's see what happens the next day.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hey, it's Flycatcher.
You gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
This fucking line.
Jeez. Oh, there's Jack.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Right. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
He has like a case of beer in his freaking mouth. That's a funny ass. I love Colin. Colin's just like Toad. I love both of them. He's awesome. He can be an ass sometimes. That's kind of why I like him. I like that he's an ass. Yep. And this is where actually you reach the end.
I'm going. Jesus.
Yep. That's it of Toad.
They carry me, for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
I just love his fucking shirt.
Oh, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please?
Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah. You don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
I'm surprised he knows Colin.
Say
Bye,
bye.
Toad. Oh, there's Narissa.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
It's okay. Just calm down.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them...
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I've been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
That's exactly what Fate said. Right after she left.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Yep, that's the ending to this game. I'm not sure if we have to go look for her, because I never really got that far into it. But I do know that I think it's an option where you can either go after her or you can either let her go. I just decided to go after her because it kind of made it sense to where what she was saying and stuff, so it felt like it was like an Easter egg. Anyway, what did you do to Georgie? You and 31.4% of players left Georgie to die. Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 89.6% of players brought the Crooked Man back alive. I mean, we had to, because that was the end of the game. How did you punish the Crooked Man? You and 38.6% of players threw the Crooked Man down the wishing well. Or, yeah, witching well. I keep saying wishing well, but it's witching well. I mean, he had to die. I mean, he done a lot of shit. Did you accept TJ's gift for Snow? You and 98.5% of players decide to accept TJ's gift for Snow. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good percentage, almost 100%. What were your last words to Nerissa? You and 29% of players said, I've made a lot of mistakes. Well, I mean, he has, even though I'm sure he hasn't. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. And then there's some of the special chats, stats. I keep saying chats. Here's some of the ones that happen. I think these are achievements, I think. Let's look at Beast. Beast, you lied to him about seeing Beauty outside the apartment. Beauty, you promised her you wouldn't tell Beast that if you saw her outside the apartment. Bluebeard, you fought him after the interrogation. Well, I mean, he enforced it on us. Butcher, you offered him protection at the business office. I mean, I did. Even though he was hiding a lot of shit in his meat store, I mean, we had to, because he was not also being used, but also trying to, connive our way through the whole operation. Colin, you help him avoid the farm. I mean, we had to. I mean, Colin's awesome. Crooked Man, I could see from over there. You took him back to the witching well. You tossed him down the witching well. Okay. D. You compensated D's money while he was in custody. Well, yeah, I bet you he probably stole it. Dumb. You killed him. Well, because he tried to kill us with a shotgun. Obviously, we had to kill him. Doesn't give a shit. Faith, you gave her money after the fight with the woodsman. I mean, she was desperate. And she left him to die. And I think leaving him to die was a better choice. You interrupted her sister's funeral. You pretended to be the woodsman while she was passed out. That's how we had to find answers. The rest of it, you gave her a cigarette during your final conversation. Well, we had to comfort her. Snow, you brought her along to the trip trap because we needed her help. You showed her Crane's photograph of her because we had to tell her. You promised to bring the Crooked Men back alive, which we did. Tiny Tim, you chose to wait for him. Well, yeah, because he's disabled and he can't walk very fast. TJ, you accepted his beetle and promised to give it to Snow. We had to, it was his. You stood up for him when Snow wanted to send him to the farm. I mean, we had to. I mean, there's been a time where I actually didn't. I had to tell him he had to go no matter what. But it's a story change. I mean, we knew that Toad was not going to be staying in Fabletown. We knew that he was going to eventually go to the farm. Because, I mean, it's a basic law that they do in Fabletown, that if nobody doesn't have a glamour, they get sent to the farm. It's just been a law that, even in the comic books, they do the exact same thing. So I can kind of see why they kind of did that. So that's kind of why Toad had to go to the farm no matter what, even with TJ. So it kind of made a lot of sense. But it sucks. Sucks he had to go. And then that's the credits. Continue the story. Yep, because it's a prequel. And I have Volume 1. I have Volume 2 of Fables. I just bought Volume 2 Boxing Day. And I need to get Volume 3, 4, and 5. And supposedly there's 150 issues. Which, I'll tell you this, that's a lot for a fucking comic book series. Like, I know Marvel does a lot of books too. I mean, you could see their X-Men. And, damn, there's just, I mean, I know there's a lot of X-Men series, but damn. I've never seen a series like that continue for that long. Like, and normally, like, for Marvel and DC, they only continue up to a few issues. Like, let's say if they only go up to, like, maybe 60 or 70 issues. That is if it's a long-running series. Like, Spider-Man had, like, 700 issues. Uncanny X-Men had about, let's say, 600? Maybe 600 issues, because I remember buying the 600 issue. And that's got a lot of runs. You know what I mean? Like, Invincible Iron Man had a shit ton of issues too. But damn, like I'm just surprised. Like Action Comics, that's another example. Action Comics, the Superman. Like that book, it was up to issue 1000. And that book has been around shit since Superman was first created. Like, damn. Like, that's a lot of books. But, I mean, it makes sense why Fables has really continued that long because, for one, it's gotten a lot of awards, and a lot of people love Fables. I mean, I really think Fables is a great series. I think it's a better version of modern fairy tales because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, every time I see people try to do their own version, it just doesn't really work. I mean, you look at Disney and the shit that they've been doing with their live-action films, and I can understand they try to remake it, but it's just, they're trying to make it so much like the original that it's not even funny. Where with Fables, you know, everything that, you know, DC and Vertigo has done, they try to make it where they take all the characters and they make it into a modern setting. Like, they actually make it a little darker. And I like that because it's, you kind of get, like, a scenario like, what would happen if Bigby did this? Or what would happen if Snow White was not what you expected her to be? She's more cold-hearted and, you know, there's been many simple scenarios that they've done with Fables that I find really interesting. And they even take different stories, too. Like, Volume 2 had characters from the Jungle Book. Because I read it last night and I saw Shere Khan in it as well, and I saw Snow White fighting Shere Khan. It was a really cool climax to that issue, and it was a pretty good one. You know, they started doing that one, and then it did they did a whole shitload of characters. You know, and I get and you know, if they continued it, which I know they did, I think they did a continuation of Fables, which I forget what it's called, but I know it just came out because I have a few issues of it. And that's actually pretty good. It's mostly on Bigby and Snow's son. You know, he becomes, I think he is, I don't know if he becomes a sheriff or if he becomes, I think he becomes an agent or something. Kind of like what Cinderella is. But, I mean, I don't know. But Fairest, I heard Fairest is pretty good too. It's basically about all the princesses, all the females in the series, and I actually want to read that. It looks pretty damn good. I might be getting that once Free Comic Book Day hits, because I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Because I've heard good things on Fairest as well. But anyway, guys, that's mostly my take on graphic novels. Like I said, I'm a comic book guy as well, so I like to talk about comics. That's just me. Hopefully when I get more with editing skills on videos, I actually want to start doing comic book reviews because I have a huge love for that, and I really want to do that. Even anime, I want to do some anime reviews as well. That way, kind of change up the pace. Instead of me doing just gameplay walkthroughs, I could always do different things like comic book reviews, anime reviews, game reviews, all sorts of shit. So, but I'll probably get better as soon as I get like a better recording system. Even though I'm not saying the recording system on the PS4 isn't good, I think it's really good. But I want to take a step further with it. You know, that's just me. I want to actually do other things, but anyway, it'll get better as months go by. Anyway, let's continue. Yep, and well, before we end it, I forgot to take a look at the Book of Fables, because last time we did, let's just say it didn't go very well. Let's see. I think we're gonna try Bloody Mary. I already read. Let's read this one, because this is the pincushion, or yeah, I think this is the pincushion. Briar Rose, and it even says oh, it's actually a character from Sleeping Beauty. One of the few fables to find fortune in this world, Briar Rose has even turned her weakness into a strength. When her fingers pricked, it not only puts her to sleep, it also but also those within a curtain radius of his slumber. I can't frickin' read it. I don't know why. This can be a powerful tool, and it's just one of the ways this Sleeping Beauty is more than just a pretty face. If only she didn't need a kiss from a prince to wake her up. So that must be the spinning wheel. The Jersey Devil, which is kind of why people call him Jersey. Not all the fables who came to this world landed in Fabletown. There are those who scatter across the farthest corners of the earth, and there are those who simply prefer the Garden State to the Empire State, such as the Jersey Devil. Reports of his appearance. That's pretty good. But I'll tell you this, he's quite an asshole. I mean, when we faced him at the pawn shop, holy shit was he an asshole. He really didn't want to tell us anything. I mean, his design looks okay. It looks a little... like, the face is different, but everything with the antlers and the antlers in the back and his body shape, it looks similar to Krampus. I don't know if you guys really know what Krampus is. Krampus is a... he is a myth that... it's basically a monster, who... people say he's like... you know, the bad side of Santa at Christmas time, where he haunts people who don't believe in Santa, don't believe in Christmas in general. So he's pretty much a monster that creeps people at Christmas time. But he's a pretty cool monster, if you ask me. But yeah, he looks kind of similar to that, with the antlers on the back, and the body shape. Maybe not the face, where it has the skull on it, like it looks like a vulture skull. On it looks too different, but he looks kind of like Krampus in a way, just without the face. I think the face is a bit different, but other than that, it looks similar. Woodsman's axe. This is the axe that he uses. Once just a simple tool for falling trees, the axe became much more when it was enscrolled by Druds, whatever it's called, and marked with the runs. But it has truly become an object of legend when the woodsman used it to slice the big bad wolf from nape to neck in protection of the Little Red Riding Hood. It may carry old world charm, but its simplicity of design and quality woodsmanship made it an effective tool or weapon even today. Oh yeah, because he keeps using the damn thing. I'm surprised Bloody Mary even took it. Even though Jersey was lying about it. John the Butcher. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm just going to call him John, because I think that's how you pronounce it. But this is the Butcher. Let's know about him. His name is often said in the same breath as that of the baker and the candlestick maker of Fabletown. And like those other tradesmen, John the Butcher, Swordsman's Stutzfront, has been served Fabletown for ages. I can't fucking read it. I don't know why. It's just maybe because I just got up like 2 hours ago. Maybe that's why. So my reading isn't permanent. So maybe that's why. But I'll try my best. Fresh cuts, exotic meats, and even full of sides of beef was for various appetites of ogres and trolls. But John's business has fallen on hard times and fallen in with the wrong crowd. As the quality of his products declined and the business turned into a front operation for the crooked men, some have started to wonder if he ever really knew John. Which I bet you he did, because I mean, he knew that we were coming into the shop, and he knew who Bigby was. So obviously I think he would know who the crooked man is. Even if the crooked man doesn't know him, he would still know him as like an associate, because he's the one that kind of kept everything in the back. Like everything we saw, like they had like a mini chemistry lab, like they had their chemistry sets, their magic that they were making for glamours. You know, I'm pretty sure he knew about that. He just didn't want to tell us because he knew that it'd be his ass. So that's kind of why he did that. So, I mean, it's a perfect explanation, but I just think that he probably knows him due to, like, you know, whatever the hell he knows. So, I think he knows him. I think he was just hiding the truth, I think, when we saw him at when we got into his store. But, who knows? Who knows about him? Bluebeard's money. I'm actually pretty curious about this, because I always wonder, what does he do for a living? Like, I know he's part of, like, you know, the mayor's duties. Like, I know he's involved with, everything that's going on with the city, but I'm just curious to how he actually makes a living. Like, what's his position, to be honest? One might think that Bluebeard donates funds to the... Okay, so that answers my question. Donates funds to the Fabletown government for nefarious purposes, seeking special favors or to have a louder voice in government proceedings. But what he really wants is stability and strength, because as far as Bluebeard is concerned, Fabletown exists to insulate him from the Mundy world. As much as his money can be a sword, it also serves as a shield. So he likes using his money as a way of protection. Like, he likes to shove it out of people's face. That's pretty much what he tries to put out here. Jeez, he is an asshole. The Crooked Lair. The lair, actually, to be honest, when I looked at when we came across it, I think at the beginning of this this walkthrough, like this part of the walkthrough, it's just a mini hangout, to be honest. It looks like a mini hangout that you would kind of see like at a gangster's house. Like, it's just like a normal room that you hang out with. But anyway, accompanying a discontainment church, I forget what, I can't pronounce that word, church. This is just one of the many locations the Crooked Man's operation uses to run the Fabletown underworld. Its lounge atmosphere makes it for a comfortable meeting place unless you are an unwelcome guest. It is completely boarded up to the outside world, and the only way in as though one of the many portals marked by a door with the Crooked Man's Catherine Wheel icon scattered throughout the city and elsewhere. The Crooked Man. Kremlin. Now let's know about him. The Crooked Man has slowly built himself into one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operation started with the Crooked Man's sixpence and a crooked house, two things he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensured or snared many fables in his criminal web, providing them with what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, pursuative, and ruthless, which I can understand why nobody else believed him, because whether he's a criminal or not, he's done a lot of shit, you know. And to me personally, I think he did it. I think he didn't know what he was doing at the time and enforced it, probably regrets it as well, but also is to blame for it, I think. Because I think he's to blame for everything that's going on in the story. You know, with Faith and Lily dying, Georgie and Vivian being involved, the Twiddles, you know, also being involved in this situation. I mean, they were all over the place. Like, they were involved, like, with the Huts, I was gonna say the Huntsman, but no. They were involved with the Woodsman. They were involved with they were involved with everybody. They were even trying to get all of Fate's belongings. You know, like, they were involved with everything this guy was telling them. You know? Like, I was surprised Georgie was, too. Like, Georgie, holy shit. I mean, I know he's an asshole, but I didn't think he'd be working with the Crooked Man. That was something unexpected. Even when I played the first game, the first part, or I'm sorry, when I played the first time, I was surprised too that he was working with him. I I know Bloody Mary was. I mean, you could see how, ruthless she is. I mean, she's the one that tried to freaking kill Bigby, tried to kill him twice, because the second time she did, she had like dozens of her attacking him. Like, I mean, I just think the guy's responsible for a lot of things that happen in Fabletown. But let's just say I'm glad he's dead, and we will never see him again, because that asshole decides to stay in hell. Tiny Tim. While most fables theorize that their longevity and overall well-being is improved by the Mundy's world's knowledge of them, or for a selective few, that does not mean simply to apply. When a malady or injury is an integral part of a fable story, that in entirety can make recovery nearly impossible. That's what Tiny Tim thinks, at least. And no medical care, or magic rather, none of that he can afford, he can heal his leg. I mean, I can understand that, because, I mean, this is the kid from A Christmas Carol, like the Charles Dickens story of A Christmas Carol. Like, any adaptation they've done on that story, it's always been him, he's crippled, or, he's disabled, and it makes a lot of sense, but I find it kind of weird that they made him, like, a side character in this game, or in Fables in general, because I really don't see him as a side character. I see him just kind of like, it's kind of like Boy Blue, which I actually found out who he is. He actually is, a musician. I think he, I forget what he does, but he is a musician, he plays music, and I think he's a friend of Pinocchio. I thought he was going to be his brother, but actually no. It is his, it's actually his friend. So he's kind of a friend to Pinocchio, apparently. But yeah, I can't imagine him being a side character, because, especially when, Tiny Tim is like a different character, in a story. Like, I don't consider him a fable at all either. I kind of consider him just like a character that was kind of like maybe for a spin-off series, if they wanted to do like kind of like what they're doing right now with Fables, where they're focusing on Bigby's son. Maybe I can kind of see him there, but other than that, I don't really find him a really important character. It's like mostly a side character, to be honest. Like, I don't see him really doing that. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Life on the farm. With its idyllic location and managed community, the farm would seem to be a welcome alternative to inking out an existence in Fabletown. But those who have lived there see it very differently. They see it for what it is, a prison, a place where you are free to be and you are to do whatever you please, except leave. It doesn't help that while fables who appear human do not have worthy enough being sent to the farm, they always seem to fill the leadership roles there. And to tell you the truth, the farm is kind of like... The farm, to be honest, is more like an average village, like a village that you'd see in a lot of the fairy tales. Which I can kind of see why they call it the farm, because it's not as civilized as Fabletown is, so I can kind of see that. Because it's a lot different than Fabletown. Like, they also consider it a lot different than Fabletown, because it's not... Because people don't like living there, because it's just not too civilized. And there's just so much shit going on there that people just don't want to go there, especially... That's kind of why Colin doesn't want to go back there. Because he probably goes through a lot of shit when he goes to the farm. So, I mean, it makes sense. But I'd probably having like a mental breakdown if I was gonna go to the farm. If I were them. Vivian's story. Let's know about Vivian, because Vivian's one of those characters that I always wanted to know about. Especially when I played this game, because I was really curious about her character. Vivian was the very first to bear the curse of the purple ribbon. Removing the ribbon would I thought I had a tongue twister. Would result in death. And at any attempt to talk about it, it was warded by the spell upon it. As time went on, she tried to live a normal life. Eventually, she married a nice man, but he was constantly wondering about the ribbon around her neck. Despite her pleas for him to leave it alone, one night she was sleeping. He attempted to remove it. As he pulled on the edge of the string, Vivian woke and saw what her husband was doing. In a panic, she pulled away, preventing the ribbon's knot from being undone. Furious, she tried to express the severity of his actions, but her husband was unable to understand. She realized that she couldn't trust him and decided to leave. She lived alone for the rest of her days in the homelands, purveying the safety of isolation to the risk of another betrayal. That's kind of why she kind of kept it all to herself, which I can understand because it's kind of the same thing with Snow White, where she kind of had a shitty life. But I mean, it sucks that they had to kill her off, and I had no choice because she dies anyways. So I had no choice but to kill her off. It wasn't intentional, but that really sucks for Vivian. I'll tell you that. Pudding pie. I think we already know that. Winter Wolf. Let's talk about Winter Wolf. Bigby's mother, Winter, fell in love with the North Wind and bore him 7 wolf cubs. But he quickly grew tired of her and left Winter. Heartbroken alone, she tried to care for her cubs despite her grief. She was especially fond of Bigby, but as the run of the litter, he was often teased by his older brothers. After Winter's death, Bigby's siblings went in search of their father, but Bigby stayed behind to protect his mother's corpse from scavengers. Unfortunately, he was too small to defend her. From then on, he vowed to eat something bigger each day, until he was large enough to confront his father and finally make him pay for the pain he caused his family. So it's basically like the Bambi story again. Over and over again, I should say. Jeez. The Big Bad Wolf, this is his true form. And it's actually, his true form looks like just a normal wolf, except gigantic. Bigby's true form is that of a giant 8-foot tall wolf, in addition to his iconic huff and puff power, which you've seen from what he did with Bloody Mary. He has also inherited other abilities from his father, the North Wind. For example, Bigby is able to hold his breath for abnormally a long amount of... He has like maybe 3 forms. That's pretty good for a main character, having like 3 forms. Let's go to her. A New Order. With Crane out of the picture, Mayor Cole has officially appointed Snow White as the Director of Operations and Deputy Mayor in his absence. Many would say this promotion is a long time coming, since she was instrumental in the establishment of Fabletown and personally ensured that many made it into the New World safely. She also been doing the work of Deputy Mayor unofficially for years. I mean, it makes sense, because Crane didn't do jack shit. She was mostly the one that had to do everything for him. So I think this position of her was pretty good. Even though she already was mayor in Volume 1. So, and I think she's mayor throughout the entire story. So it kind of makes a lot of sense. Unless Cole comes back, I don't know. I still have to read further into the story. But I do know that she is mayor in Volume 1. And throughout the story as well. So that makes pretty good sense. But good for Snow. Sheriff Bigby. Let's find out what happens after him. After this. After fleeing the homelands, Bigby Wolf spent many years wandering through Europe, with a fabled colony quickly developing in the New World. Snow White and Feathertop tracked down the wolf and offered him passage to Fabletown. He agreed, and Snow cut him with the I forget what the hell it's called, stain knife to give him the power to change into human form at will. Bigby became sheriff of Fabletown under King Cole's administration, but because of his violent past, many Fables didn't trust him, and he was banned from ever setting foot on the farm. To this day, he struggles to redeem himself in the eyes of the community. And that's kind of why, you know, he's afraid of what's going to happen if the citizens continue thinking that way. But, I mean, to be honest, because of what he did to protect the town after we defeated the Crooked, it makes sense why people kind of see a change in him now, that he may be what he was before, as like this, you know, this wolf that, you know, Habletown, you know, because as a result, he tried doing that when we took him down, you know. So, but anyway, I think that's all the characters that we have come across. I think that's really it. Well, guys, this has been a great walkthrough. Unfortunately, this is all the parts I can do. I thought there was going to be a part 9, but I guess because we were already leading into the ending of the game, I guess I didn't have to do part 9. So, yeah, so this is actually a completed walkthrough, which I'm actually pretty happy, and I'm also pretty surprised as well, because, like I said, I mean, I just started doing walkthroughs, and I've never had a walkthrough where it's that complete. That's pretty good, I'd say. Now, because I got this done, we're now going to be focusing on other walkthroughs. I plan on playing the rest of One Piece Burning Blood. That's the goal. I plan on doing more walkthroughs on that one. I also want to get into the Godzilla game because, I mean, I've heard mixed reviews about the Godzilla game, but I love Godzilla, so I want to do a walkthrough on the Godzilla game. It looks awesome. Let's see what another one I want to do. I might get around to doing maybe Dragon Ball Xenoverse, maybe, because I've been really into the Dragon Ball mood ever since I watched Dragon Ball Super. So maybe I'll do that. I mean, it just depends. Like, I want to get into The Last Guardian, but it's a little pricey right now. Like, I mean, I like that it's $50, but I think $50 is kind of pushing it for me. I mean, I don't know. But I'm sure I'll probably figure it out as soon as we get through different walkthroughs. But anyway, guys, look out for another walkthrough on another game. I will see you guys next time, and thank you guys for watching the entire walkthrough. I know it's been kind of rough. It's been a rough and fun experience, for me at least. I'm trying to record this and going through the struggles of going through these internet connection issues, which I need to get better with that, I know. But it's been pissing me off since I've been starting to do these walkthroughs. So this ain't the first. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for all watching. I will see you guys in the next walkthrough of another game. This is Nintendo Geek signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one.